Hello, wonderful beings. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, episode 134. My name is Anisha, and I am an aligned life coach who help women, identify what matters most to them so that they can have a authentic and fulfilling life. So, apart from being a life coach, I'm also a meditation teacher and I have a background in psychology. So, this is a little bit about me, and I would love to know about you. Okay, so we have a comment. Hi, Nakisha. And Nakisha says, Good morning from Kentucky, USA. First time here. Welcome. I am glad that this was going on your screen. And you were like, okay, let's check this one out. And I do hope that you received something of value from this live today. So, thank you for spending your time with me. So, let me tell you a little bit as to what we do here. Okay. So, we usually start these lives with a meditation of around 15 to 20 minutes. And that meditation is to help us open ourselves to, raise our vibration so that we can receive the higher message, the higher wisdom that wants to come through. And how we receive it is through a wheel. So that's why the name Wheel of Wisdom. So we have a wheel, and on that wheel, there are names of, all the transformational books that I have came across in my own journey of healing and personal growth. So we spin the wheel, and the universe, God, divine source, spirit, angels, whatever you believe in, chooses a book for us from that wheel randomly based on whatever it is that everyone present here needs to hear. And then we open the book. I play a game where I ask you guys to choose a number, and then we do a reading based on that. So that's a little bit about what we do here. I will share more details when we get to each part. But for right now, to start the live, I am wondering, are you guys ready for a meditation? So, the meditation is going to be based upon the quote that you might have seen when you opened Insight Timer app. So we meditate upon each day's quote. We meditate upon the very wisdom that is right in front of our eyes. And we use this meditation to, to reprogram our subconscious mind, to reprogram all those limiting beliefs and plant some healthy beliefs in, instead of them. So So now all I need to start the meditation is a comment from you saying ready. Like, so if you are settled in a quiet place or wherever you would like to meditate, you can type ready in the comments or press the heart button somewhere here to let me know, and then we will begin. Okay. So Paul is ready, Crystal is ready, Nakisha is ready. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to take a sip of water. And I will type in the comments that we are going to meditate for this long for anyone who joins in between. And then we will start. Okay. So let me share here 20 minutes meditation. Then in intuitive readings. Okay. Hello, Rich. Welcome. Welcome back. And you're just in time. We were just about to start the meditation. So begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can lie down or sit upright, whatever your body needs right now. lengthening your spine, placing your hands in your lap or on your knees, or by the sides of your body, wherever it feels most comfortable. As you begin to settle into this position, notice your eyelids becoming heavier and heavier until they close. They move all the way down. Your eyes are resting in the sockets, knowing that you can come back to full attentiveness whenever you need it. Allow your awareness to rest on your breath. Noticing the air flowing in and out from your nostrils. Feeling the cool air as it enters your nose, and notice the air getting slightly warmer as it leaves your nostrils. Relaxing more and more with each exhale. Let your body melt a little deeper into the surface beneath you. Today, we are going to meditate and absorb the wisdom from a timeless quote by Esther Perel. The quote is: the more you know yourself, the better your relationships with the rest of the world. The more you know yourself, the better your relationship with the rest of the world. This quote reminds us that every relationship we have with our partner, family, our friends, or even strangers is a reflection of the one we have with ourselves. When you understand your feelings, values, and needs, you stop expecting others to fill the gap you haven't yet acknowledged within. This self awareness prevents you from projecting your insecurities and past pain onto others, allowing you to love deeply, to communicate your feelings and needs clearly, to establish healthy boundaries with confidence, and to attract relationships that feels most aligned. So in essence, self-knowledge is the foundation of genuine connection. You can only meet yourself. You can only meet others as deeply as you have met yourself. Let these words land deep within you. Allow your body to relax. 5. Deeper and deeper. 4. Your arms and legs are getting heavier, sinking more and more into the surface beneath you. 3. Drifting away into a relaxed state. 2. Peaceful and still. 1. Every cell of your body is now at complete ease, and your whole body is feeling fully relaxed. As you rest here, allow these words to flow into your subconscious mind. I will repeat certain affirmations here, and I will repeat each affirmation, each statement 2 times. For the first time, simply listen and let it sink in. And on the second time, you can gently whisper those words to yourself, either in your mind or out loud. So let's begin. When I honor my truth, love finds its way. Those meant for me will choose to stay. When I honor my truth, love finds its way. Those meant for me will choose to stay. Repeat after me. When I honor my truth, love finds its way. Those meant for me will choose to stay. When I am real, my heart feels free. Truth invites true company. Repeat after me. When I am real, my heart feels free. Truth always invites true company. When I am real, my heart feels free. My truth always invites true company. Love starts within, then flows from there. When I fill my cup, I have more to share. Repeat after me. Love starts within, then flows from there. When I fill my cup, I have more to share. Saying no helps love stay true. It honors me and it honors you. Repeat after me. Saying no helps love stay true. It honors me and it honors you. When my mirror's clear and bright, I see with truth, not tainted light. When my mirror is clear and bright, I see with truth, not tainted light. What I see in them might begin in me. Awareness births new clarity. What I see in them might begin in me. Awareness birth new clarity. When I own my part, I open my heart. When I own my part, I open my heart. My peace is mine to tend each day. No one can take my calm away. My peace is mine to tend each day. No one can take my calm away. The clearer I see inside, the closer I stand beside. The clearer I see inside, the closer I stand beside. Knowing myself makes love flow well. Knowing myself makes love flow well. You did great. And now I am going to count from 1 up to 5. At the count of 5, you may either choose to open your eyes, feeling refreshed and ready to meet the wonderful day ahead, or you can also choose to simply drift into a peaceful sleep if your body needs rest. 1. Bringing your awareness back to your body, waking it up by bringing small movements like wiggling your toes and your fingers, 2, feeling the air against your skin. 3, becoming aware of the sounds around you. 4, taking a deep, nourishing breath in and out. And finally, 5, gently open your eyes, or you can choose to let them be closed, whatever you need right now. Arriving back in the space. If you feel like you can hydrate yourself, fill your own cup. If you guys feel called to share your experience of the meditation, you are welcome to do that. And if you don't feel like typing yet, you can simply press the heart somewhere here to let me know that the practice resonated with you. And I see that some new people have joined us. So, welcome to you all. And in case you guys missed the meditation or joined late, I will share towards the end of this live where you can find this meditation that we did, which was based upon today's Insight Timer code. And thank you for all the hearts. I appreciate them. Um, for now, I will go back to the comments and then we will move on to, receive the message that we need to hear most today. So let's see. Kathleen says, Hi Anisha. Hi Kathleen, welcome back. So happy to have you here again. Okay, so since there are no comments, so let's dive into the wheel straight away. Let me show you guys the wheel of wisdom. So, my dear ones, this is our wheel of wisdom, and this wheel contains the name of over 50 books that I have read over the last decade, and these books have helped me in healing and personal growth and self-discovery and all of that. And today we are going to receive some wisdom from these books, from one of or few of these books. But for that, I would like you guys to, take a second and bring to your mind what is it that you would like to receive some guidance on. So, if there is something specific going on in your life, then you can bring that to your mind. And if there is nothing specific and you are just here to receive what the universe wants to send your way, then set an intention that may I be open to receiving the message that is for my highest good. So once you have either set an intention or thought of something specific, let me know in the comments by typing ready. And once I have, If you're ready, then we will spin the wheel and see which book wants to come up, wants to guide us today. So, yeah. Hmm. I see that someone new has joined us. So, yeah, I just invited you guys to take a moment to think what would you like to receive some guidance on. And once you think of that thing, type ready in the comments. Okay, Rachel is ready. Wonderful. Thank you, Rachel, for letting me know. And hmm, what about others? Are you guys ready? Have you thought of something? Maybe I would need one more ready. Or if you can't type, you can simply press the heart to let me know. Okay, Nakisha has sent an intention, a beautiful one. So thank you for sharing that here. Um, and now let's see what wants to come through. So, whatever it is that you guys thought, hold that in your mind, in your awareness as we spin the wheel. Okay. So, the book that came for all of us here today is Mind Made Prison. And this book, Mind Made Prison, has been written by Matthew Tabatabai. So, let's see what this book wants to convey to all of us today. Hmm. So, I'm just choosing some numbers because we are going to play a game very soon. So give me a second to pick some numbers. Okay, let me type them here. So, my dear ones, the instruction for this game that we are going to play is that in a moment I am going to ask you guys to choose a number between certain numbers, and I do not want you guys to rush. Instead, I would like you guys to take your time and see which number is coming up for you, and then share that in the comments. Then I will go through all your numbers and pick a number that my intuition is feeling called to. So, in this way, we will get to tap into that collective wisdom and receive the message that we all need today. Okay, so I invite you guys to choose a number between 13 to 180. Thank you, Denise. Hmm. Anyone else who would like to pick a number? Otherwise, we would have a clear winner. Okay, now we have few numbers. So yeah, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Nakesha. Anyone else? Or should we go with these three numbers? Okay. Then let's pick a number amongst these. So the number that I'm feeling most called to is 23. And the number has been chosen by Nakisha for all of us. Thank you, dear. Okay, by the way, you guys' number were like pretty close. Okay, let's see what wants to come through page number 23. So the author says you might have realized, based on the previous readings, that each underlying belief is in fact a meta belief of its own, meaning that each belief consists of even more underlying beliefs. This means that all beliefs are in fact both meta beliefs and underlying beliefs at the same time, meaning standing on their own and having a lot of more beliefs beneath them. They are meta beliefs because they offer a higher understanding of a lot of underlying beliefs. And they are underlying beliefs because they cluster together with other beliefs in order to create and support another meta belief. So, an easy way to understand this is to use the belief, for example, my mom is a nice person. So, now the meta belief is my mom is a nice person, and some underlying beliefs that make this belief true for you is my mom is a nice person because she's caring. My mom is a nice person because she always supports me. My mom is a nice person because she checks up on me when I am sick. In this case, all your underlying beliefs are clustering together in order to create the meta belief or the higher understanding that your mom is a nice person. The same meta belief could also cluster together with other underlying beliefs in order to create another meta belief. So, another meta belief can be I love my mom. And the underlying belief that makes this belief true for you is I love my mom because she gave birth to me. I love my mom because she took care of me when I was a baby. I love my mom because she is a nice person. So, this is the belief that we originally talked about. So, basically, any belief, any limiting belief, any healthy belief that we have can actually stand on their own. And whenever we have a belief, you might notice that there are certain, you know, proofs that prove us that yeah, this is true for me. This is true because this happened. This is true because this happened. So we always have evidences both for our healthy beliefs and for our unhealthy or limiting beliefs. And, you know, and then whatever belief we have, it actually do not stand alone on its own. It, clubs together with other related beliefs like that, and it serves as a brand. So it is like, this family tree kind of, that we used to make as a child. So there is this one thing, and it is based upon these different evidences, these different instances that happened. Someone told about this, someone told this to us, and it became a belief. So there are different evidences that support this belief, but this belief is not alone in your whole mind. It is related to some other belief, and it is, uh, how should we tell? Like it is below that other belief. It is a part of that other belief, and that belief is supporting other. Okay. So, why we are talking about this, what is coming up in my mind from this is that um, this is why, when we look at this whole web that is created in our mind, we realize that this is why it sometimes becomes so harder to view things differently than we have, develop a habit to. So it is so harder to view things, to have a different perspective, to believe something about ourselves, to have a different belief about ourselves than we actually have within ourselves. Then, okay. So I feel I'm not able to, I'm not able to explain it very clearly to you guys right now. What is coming up for me? Give me a second. Yeah, so what is coming up for me is are two things. First is that as a child, we developed a belief because certain things happened. Okay, to explain it in more practical way in how it applies to our life. So when we were a child, certain things happened to us. Someone told us something. We observed someone do something, deal with a situation in certain manner. So we picked up all of these different things and we created a belief. It could be about ourselves, it could be about other people, it could be how the world works or how life works. For example, life is full of suffering or life is hard. So we developed this belief, right? And once we got this belief, it is not able to stand on its own. It needs other supporting evidences. It needs other beliefs that supports this. So we what we do is that we block out any evidence that is countering this belief of life is suffering, life is hard. We, ignore the happy moments that we had in our life, the happiness that we see in other people's life. And, we only let that kind of information enter that already aligns, that fits in with this belief. And if it fits in, it is allowed. And if it doesn't, it is deflected back. And that is why the belief that we already have stays with us despite any contradictory evidence that we might have. So, this is why it becomes very harder to, to challenge this because we have this habit to, to gather everything that supports it, but to ignore anything that doesn't. So, a way to counter this thing is that whatever belief that you are having right now, so if you're going through a difficult situation, ask yourself that what am I believing about myself or what am I believing in this situation? And when you ask that question and sit for a while, something might come up, a belief might pop up for you that, okay, this is what I'm believing in this challenging situation of mine. For example, that I'm going to mess things up, or I don't have the capability in me, or I am not good enough, or I don't deserve happiness, whatever that belief is for you. So whatever you're believing about the situation, like this is so difficult. I cannot manage this on my own. So whatever the belief that pops up in your head about your particular situation, then ask yourself, what is the evidence that I have against this belief? So have I ever been able to deal with a difficult situation before? Have I faced a difficult situation in my life? And since if you are, you know, here, then there is a chance if you have been living this life for a while, there is a chance that you have faced a difficult situation. And since you are alive here, listening to me, it means that you have overcame it in some way, in some or other way. You have learned to deal with it, to cope with it, whatever happened. So it means that you can do it with this one as well. So this is one of the contradictory evidence. So remind yourself of all the difficult times that you have faced, that you have accomplished. Remind yourself of all the capabilities that you have. So at that moment, when you identify your belief, try to gather the stuff that you have been ignoring, all the evidences that are against it. So consciously do that because subconsciously you are ignoring all that other piece of information, and that is why you are believing that belief very, very rigidly. So we need to loosen its grip. So, some air to breathe can, enter this, enter your psyche, so that you can see that there is this other thing as well, that maybe I am capable, maybe I have dealt with things before. Maybe life isn't always hard. Maybe other people aren't always unsafe or mean, you know. So this other information tries to seep in, and it would bring a little crack in, in this whole web that you have built. Maybe not the very core level, but at the surface level it would, and it would help you see that there might be other possibility. And then you can try to think in a way that is more helpful for you. Okay. So yeah, that is all that came up for me. And and if you would like to, to be guided through this whole process in a way, let me know and I will share the resource that I already have here to help you do that, to help you question, your already um your preformed beliefs or your, already existing assumptions about your situation. So if you would like me to share them, share that resource, let me know in the comments and I will do that. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's see. So KP says, can I also please get a reading for myself? Hello, KP. So what we do here is more of collective readings. But your way to personalize that reading for you is to drop it as an intention when I ask you to, when we spin the wheel, I invite you all to bring your specific issue to your mind as we spin it. So, something comes up that is useful for you. So, in that manner, you can, receive a reading for yourself. And otherwise, if you would like a more personalized guidance or support, you can always like reach out to me and I will, and we can have a session or something. Okay, so that is another way. Nakisha says, I would like that. Meg says, would love the resource. Okay, yeah. So I have these two resources for you. The first one is to actually first identify that belief, because we are not aware of it. These beliefs are stored in our subconscious, which is hidden away, which is not easily accessible to our conscious mind. So, this course that I have shared with you guys will actually help you, um, identify what is the limiting belief that is acting up in the situation. What is the limiting belief that is holding you back from your goals? Okay. And where did you get that from? And then what you can do is go through the second resource. And this particular course that I have shared with you will help you learn about all the different techniques that you can apply not just to your beliefs but to your thoughts as well, because the techniques are the same. It's just they are on a different level. Thoughts are conscious, beliefs are subconscious. So you can start applying these and you will start to see, some loosening up. Whatever you have been holding on to tightly, it would start to loosen up a little bit. So yeah, I hope that these courses will help you go through this whole process. Okay. I'm glad that you like them. KP says, okay, so I have to wait for you to spin the wheel. Yeah, we will do that just now. Okay. So, my dear ones, give me a second. Yeah. So, anyone new who joined us, I invite you guys to bring to your mind what is it that you would like to receive some guidance on. It can be a specific issue, a specific desire, a specific area of your life, or if you do not have anything in specific, just ask the universe, what do I need most today? Wonderful, Nakesha. I would look forward to hearing how you find these courses. I have a lot more. I will share them towards the end. Okay. So, my dear ones, now hold that whatever it is that you need guidance on in your mind, in your awareness, as we spin the wheel. So, the book that came for all of us here today is No Time Like the Present. And this book has been written by Jack Cornfield. So, let's see what this beautiful book has to offer us today. Give me a second to choose some numbers because we are going to play a game in a second. Okay. Oh, let's go here. So, my dear ones, the instructions for this game that we're going to play is that in a moment I am going to ask you guys to choose a number between certain numbers, okay? And I do not want you guys to rush. Instead, I would like you guys to take your time and see which number is coming up for you and then share that number in the comments. Then I will go through all the numbers that you guys share and I will pick a number that my intuition is feeling most called to. Okay? So in this way we will get to tap into that collective wisdom so that everyone here receives something of value. Okay? So the numbers between which I would like you guys to choose are 16 to 186. Thank you, KP. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Meg. Thank you, Rachel. Anyone else who would like to share a number? Yeah, Yadira, welcome. Yeah, so I asked everyone to think of anything that they would like to receive guidance on and then pick a number between 16 to 186. So you're welcome to add yours as well. Okay, so Nakisha knows Yadira. Beautiful. Thank you, Yadira. But I would invite you to choose a number between 16 to 186 because I'm pretty sure on 11th it would be like more of contents or something like that. That's okay, that's okay. Yeah, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to open this book and once I choose a number, I will go to that particular page number and read the highlighted text on that page because as I was reading each book, I highlighted the insightful paragraphs or transformative exercises from these books. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Laura and Josie and Yadira. Okay. So now let's see, we have a lot of numbers. Let me go through each number and see which one I feel most called to. Thank you, Crystal, for sharing a number. I will consider that as well. Okay. So the number that is coming up for me is 44. You, Crystal, you shared your number just on time. Thank you for sharing that number with all of us. I know that this is going to be for all of us, okay? Because the space is for that wisdom to arise. And since you are here, you were meant to receive that message that is going to come through. So let's see what is on page number 44. So I think there is like a practice here on this page for all of us. And the practice says, trust in the big picture. That is a message in itself for all of us that the universe, God, divine source is saying to you, trust in the big picture. And the practice is sit quietly, sense how your body breathes 50,000 breaths a day. Your heart pumps 90,000 times a day. Your senses and digestion all operates in a completely trustworthy manner. Now look around at the earth, the plants, the trees, and remember the cycling of the days and the turning of the seasons, the sparkling stars wheeling above as the world turns. Relax, sense a trust that you are part of something vast. You are an unfolding of life itself. You are part of a long chain of humans, part of something great. The lineage of life brought you this human birth. It will carry you through the ups and downs for years and years. Breathe deep in the rhythms of life. Trust and relax. So, I guess that was the message that wanted to reach your hearts to those who are feeling fearful of what is going to happen, of the future, of uncertainty. I hope that it sink in, and make you feel like you are supported by the entire universe. Thank you, Meg, for this kind donation. I am so happy that This reading, touched your heart. And I'm sending you a lot of love and unexpected blessings whenever, to reach you whenever you need them most. So thank you. KP says thank you. I'm glad that that message resonated with you, KP. Meg says, thank you. Have to hop on class now. Wish I could stay instead. I have a beautiful day, everyone. It was lovely having you, Meg, and I would love to have you in the next live as well. I've shared it, and I hope that you would be able to make it to it. And I usually share it towards the end, but Meg, since you're leaving, in case you want to check what happens after you leave, then I want to let you know that you can access this particular live. And the way to do that is you can go to my profile, which is Anisha Maheshwari, go to the About section, scroll all the way down, and here at the bottom, you will see this. And here you will find a way to access this particular live and all the lives that I have done before. Okay. So this way you can catch up, on what happens next. Um, and this live will be available like after this ends. So after like maybe 45 minutes or so. Okay. So I hope that that helps. Um, okay, so we have time for one more reading. So let's do that and see what wants to come next for everyone. Um, and by the way, I think I have like few free meditations around that, around this reading that came up that would help you feel held and supported by the universe. So yeah, if this resonated, I would invite you to check out my profile and find them. Okay, Josie is pretty excited. Josie, yeah, just a second. Let me spin the wheel, choose a book, and then we will go with a number. Okay? Hmm. So let's see. Yeah, so again, bring to your mind whatever it is that you would like some guidance on as we spin the wheel. So, the book that came for all of us here today is The Mindful Path to Self Compassion, Freeing Yourself from Destructive Thoughts and Emotions by Christopher Germer. So let's see what wants to come through from this one. I'm just opening the book and choosing some numbers so that we can play a game. So, my dear ones, I invite you guys now to choose a number between 35 to 236. No need to rush. I will pick a number randomly based on my intuition, okay? And it seems like Josie, your number do fall in between those. But if you would like to choose another number, you can do that as well. Okay. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Yadira. Anyone else who would like to choose a number? Okay, thank you, Josie. Thank you, Nakisha. Okay, so let's see which amongst these am I feeling called to? Thank you, Laura. Okay, so it seems like I'm feeling equally called to two numbers which are pretty close, and the numbers are 199 and 200. So thank you, Laura and Yadira. Let's see what wants to come through these pages. Maybe it might be, half text might be on the first page and then the next. And it is in that manner. Okay. So yeah. Um so there is another exercise and let me see. Yeah, I cannot guide you right now, but I can read it to you. Yadira says, wow. Yeah, it is, magical. So I'm going to read it to you so that you will have a practice, you will have a tool, and you can practice it, later on when you are walking, because the name of the practice is compassionate walking. So the author says, plan to walk for 10 minutes or longer anywhere you like. Dedicate the time specifically to cultivating loving kindness and compassion. So this is the time you are, taking out for yourself to cultivate all of these beautiful qualities. And the instructions are is first, and if you can do it right now, you can do it as I'm speaking. Okay, so I'm going to take like little pauses. Good morning, Cassandra. You are just on time. We were doing the last reading for today, and it is a practice. So if you guys can walk, if you are in that kind of a scenario, I would invite you to actually join me as I read the instructions. So the instructions are: stand still for a moment, anchor your attention in your body, be aware of yourself in the standing posture. Feel your body, and as you stand here like this, recall that every living being wants to live peacefully and happily. Connect with that deep wish, just as all beings wish to be happy and free of suffering. May I be happy and free from suffering. Sometimes it is harder for us to be compassionate to ourselves, and it is easier to give that to others. So, we are using that particular way to turn that compassion towards ourselves, that may I be happy and free from suffering. And now that you stand there, begin walking. Note yourself moving through space. Feel the sensations of your body, like noticing the pressure of your feet on the ground or the wind in your face. Keep your eyes softly focused and walk at a normal pace. After walking for a few minutes in this manner, with awareness of what does walking here right now feels like. So once you do that for a few moments, then repeat the loving kindness phrases to yourself. And you can do these, you can repeat them right now, even if you are sitting. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. So try to synchronize the phrases with each step or each breath. So it may help to shorten the phrases to a single word like safe, happy, healthy, ease. Or you can also repeat a more simpler version like love, 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 love. So synchronize either your steps if you are walking or if you are sitting. Synchronize your breath with these phrases. So as you breathe in, say love. As you breathe out, say love. Or with your steps, as you put your right foot down, say safe. As you put your left foot down, say happy. Then right again, say healthy. And left again, say ease. So continue this for a few moments, repeating either of these or your own particular word that you need to hear right now. And after a few minutes, you can expand this practice to others. So if you see someone, if you're walking, or if you think of someone that you have met, today, then you can say to yourself that thinking of that person or holding that person in your awareness that may you and I be safe. May you and I be happy. May you and I be healthy. May you and I live with ease. And you can extend this loving kindness to anyone. It can be a person you know, a stranger that you met as you were walking. Just imagine you passed by someone and you wished them something kind. It can even be a bug that you noticed, or a bird, or an animal. that may that animal or may that being be safe, healthy, happy, and may that being live with ease. And as you complete this whole practice, you can again stand still and repeat this phrase like, may all beings be happy and free from suffering. And then just be with that feeling. Notice how that practice makes you feel within your body. Do you feel lightness or warmth, or a smile emerges on your face? So that was the practice. And I invite you to carry this, to try it out, as you walk wherever it is that, you walk to. It can even be sitting down, it doesn't have to be walking. But what I do, how I incorporate this practice is that when I'm walking on the road, I do this. I wish the strangers these phrases, whatever comes to my mind, or these particular phrases. And I also do that sometimes when, I see like a animal or someone like something, some insect kind of thing suffering. So I send them this. And I know that it is like sending this beautiful, positive, loving energy to them, but it also makes me feel good, So it's like a win-win for everyone. And it helped me cultivate this feeling of compassion, this quality of compassion without taking a very big step, just blessing someone isn't, it doesn't take away anything from you, and it gives you a lot more than, it takes. So yeah, I invite you to try this out. Okay. Hi, Lyra. Welcome. I hope that you were able to catch on to some part of this reading. Josie says, we have just done something similar with our Reiki training. It's lovely. Oh, I didn't knew that. That this is like there is a similar practice in Reiki, but it is beautiful. And it is all about that, sending that healing, beautiful energy to someone. And it can be in the form of phrases, it can be purely energetic, it can be in any form, But it's it's impactful. It is. So yeah, I guess, this is the right time to end this live because we are close to like, 1 hour, 30 minutes or something. So yeah. Um, and before we do that, I do have certain things that I would like to share with you guys. So, firstly, so I have like two ends of this live. The first ending, the first wrapping up is for people who have been here before, who are regular, who know what I'm going to say next. So, if you are one of those and if you have to go somewhere, do the next thing or task, and if you need to leave the live, then you're welcome to say goodbye. And you can join me in the next live, which is day after tomorrow at the same time. And if you are new to, new to this live, new to me, then I have a few resources that I would like to share with you guys that I have created for you. So, and before I do that, I also wanted to share that in case anyone joined late in this live, or in case you guys missed the meditation or would like to revisit it, because today's meditation was on the quote that you might have seen on Insight Timer as you opened the app. So if you would like to go through that practice again, then the way to access this particular live is you can go to my profile on Insight Timer, okay? And so something like this would open when you open my profile. And towards the end, there is like an about section. So you can, when you go to about section, you can scroll all the way down and you will notice something like this at the bottom of that page. Or if you're using a website, then also you would see this at the bottom of that of my teacher's profile. And when you click here, you will find this particular live as well as all the previous live in the series. And I have created a game out of it so you can access the guidance whenever you need it. So yeah, you can check that out. And if you do not want to watch the whole video and just want to catch up on the readings, then there is another way, which is that you can join my group on Insight Timer, which is Wonderful Beings, because you guys are. And what you can do is you can access it either by typing it in the search box or going to my profile in the home page. When you scroll all the way down, at the bottom you will see a group here. And here in this group, within 5 or 10 minutes of this live ending, I share a summary of the type of meditation that we did, the names of the book that we read, and the exact readings that we did. So you do not, so you get updated with everything and you do not lose anything. So yeah, if you want to join that little community of mine, you're welcome to do that. I would be happy to have you there. And I also put some other updates there as well. So yeah, that's how you can access the things in case you join late. And now moving on to the offerings that I have, the resources that I have created for you guys. Then there are basically three places where you can find all of my resources in one place. The first place is just above the group that I showed you. There is a section known as playlist. So there are like four playlists, and I have organized all of my tracks into these playlists. So I invite you to check them out and see if anything resonates. And I have created actually a playlist known as Wheel of Wisdom, Pick a Meditation, which is like a game that we played here. And it is continued there because it would help you, you know, strengthen your connection with yourself, and access that intuition whenever you need it. So, and how that happens is whenever you turn to yourself, your inner wisdom, to ask for guidance. So that playlist would help you do that. And then there are other playlists to help you access the nervous system regulation techniques. We have some common limiting beliefs that people have, and I have created tracks on that to shift your mindset. And these are like 3 to 4 minutes tracks. So you can check them out. Or I have a playlist on mindfulness, like if you want to become more present in your life rather than living on autopilot. So yeah, I would invite you to check them out once and see if there is something that resonates because there is a lot of variety there. Then the second place where you can find all of my resources are are my courses section. And I have created like 7 courses. I already shared 2 courses with you about identifying your limiting beliefs and a step-by-step process to move towards healthy thinking, which is based upon CBT, a therapeutic approach. And then I have some more courses. I will just share the name of them so that in case you relate to that, you can check them out later. So there is a course to identify your common thinking errors, basically, the kind of thinking that makes you miserable. Then there is a course for you're welcome, Josie. It was lovely to have you here. Yeah, and we will wrap in just 5 more minutes. Okay. Mm, yeah, so I was saying there is a course on, accepting if you're going through a difficult situation, bringing acceptance to it, processing it in a healthy manner, and moving on. And then I have a course related to how to stop chasing and start living your life instead of living in I will be happy when I have this, living in this moment, and letting go of this always striving mindset, running on the hamster wheel. Then I have a course to help you be more present in your daily life. So if you want to go further from that playlist of mindfulness, which has all the free tracks, to a more, deepened version, then you can check this course out. And the final course that I have for you is, learning how to find beauty and peace and happiness in your life right now as it is without changing anything. So if you want to learn that, how to access it in the present moment, then you might want to check this course out. So you can, know about them in more detail later on if you feel called to any course. And if you do not, or if none of the resources that I shared with you resonated or is what you are looking for right now, then I have this final way in which, that would help you deal with whatever your situation is right now if you are going through a hard time. And that is, you can go to my profile, go to the About section, and scroll all the way down and come here again. And here you will find a way to work one on one with me. So, if you would like some personalized guidance or support, then you can check this out. And here, we can talk and, help you move towards more clarity, gain insights, and take those steps towards your goals. And because, yeah, I'm also a life coach apart from being a meditation teacher. And I also have some more things here. So I have like a surprise for you that you might want to check out. And I also have a little bit about my journey, like, you know, um, who I am, what I went through, and everything. So if you want to read that, you can check more about me here as well. So these are all the three places that you can find where you can find everything that I offer. And I hope that something resonated with you guys from that. And I guess that's it. Thank you so much for your presence, for all those lovely hearts that flowed in, for the support. Meg, thank you for that donation. And I bow down to the divine within you all. I will see you day after tomorrow at the same time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.